As I said, up the satanic hand signs and, playing along with the gang stalkers, gaslighting, manipulating, um, reversing everything on me. And Trisha also copied off of me with talking about reactive abuse. So Trisha obviously is one of the newer perps who be stalking my channels. I mean, stalking my videos, and probably she's one of the perps who probably thumb down all my videos and laugh. Like, how can Trisha? How can she claim to be a TI, but then say TIs have mental illness? Well, you don't consider yourself mentally ill then? And Trisha, like, you're not gonna be a holy Christian and think that people's suffering and torture is fucking funny. Because anything with this gang stalking, I don't laugh at none of this shit. Well, I'm not gonna use double negatives. I don't laugh at any of this shit. And for Trisha to front like she thinks she's better than me, she even admitted to me that she was in special ed too. I was in special ed. She was in freaking special ed too. And if those of you, if y'all are new or don't know, Trisha is the fake Ti perp who lured me down to my hometown, New Orleans, and was perping me and trying to groom me and attempted blood sacrifice me. So she was going to sacrifice her baby, but decided to save her baby and choose. And she even told me over the phone, "You are a pure soul." Trisha, I don't know Trisha that well. I'm not related to her. She met me from off of YouTube. And she's it's like I'm telling y'all, she's a deceiver. And it's like that's how it is, that people get popular and well liked based off of deception. Deception. Trisha already sold her soul. My twin sister already sold her soul. Star Bricker and J Demon Rotten shit, they already sold their fucking souls. And it's very heartbreaking and painful that all y'all can do all day is be obsessed with my mental health all fucking day. When a lot of people say that being free from harassment, stalking, and abuse can heal anyone's mental health, or any form of neglect or abandonment, any of those that can be healed, then you won't be crazy no more. As I said, look who went and I don't know who it could have been. I know it wasn't my twin sister who did that, but it had to be Starbreaker or J Demon Rotten shit, or the Telephone Scatologia perp, or that tranny, or MK Farah. At least those 5 people. Did I name 5 people? So this video, I wasn't even paying attention if it split into another video or not. I mean, because this phone is different, supposedly an upgrade from the previous phone. And I still have to use the bathroom really fucking bad. And it's Wednesday morning. So, and seeing y'all saw that the guy over there, he had a blue bucket in his hand. A blue bucket. Well, it wasn't that big of a bucket, but yeah, they try to frighten and scare me and make me afraid that they want to try to put their hands on me or something. So that couple, that Dawn Reed and whoever that guy was, her boyfriend or whatever, that it's like they did a street theater of her yelling at him, or they were arguing, and he acted like a submissive little punk. But I don't know. My brain is scattered right now. I've been days of sleep deprived and gotta catch up. I've been days of sleep deprived and gotta catch up right now. You know, so I already exposed and talked about the perping activities that Trisha did to me. And then she's doing fake videos talking about Candy Grandpre exposed. No, you're smear campaigning and lying. Because how am I the perp if I hardly have really anybody on my side to back me up or defend me? People act like they're scared to defend me or go to bat for me. But my twin sister, as I said, how's she gonna be the real target when she has a whole fucking army behind her? All of my damn perps. And people like Earl Young, I never did you shit. I don't even know you. And now I saw like my twin sister got some new recruits. She got some new recruits because I see some new faces, new comments on her channels. On her channel. So I kind of figured it, but I wasn't sure. But I did not realize that Dawn Reed was one of these people right here. And this Dawn Reed person, she wants to try to type like she's somebody she wants to try to type like she's uneducated and illiterate or something. And trying to type all ghetto. You see, she's a white person, want to try to type all ghetto and trying to type like a black person, like a ghetto black person or something, rather than somebody that's educated, like an educated black or white person. When you see she try to talk and act gangster and ghetto, like as I said, and that was Dawn, the one that was hiding right behind, on the side of this building right here. It was that was her that was hiding on the side of this building. But y'all want to talk about, it ought to be illegal to post this and that, YouTube videos or whatever. Well, no, it is illegal and a fucking felony for y'all to, it's illegal and a fucking felony for y'all to be gang stalking people. And guess what? I heard that, like some people say it's a few states that the gang stalking is a misdemeanor. But I heard Florida is one of the states where gang stalking is a felony, not a misdemeanor here. So almost like I guess the O'Reilly's business need to be shut down because every single last one of them bastards are freaking perps. No wonder Heidi picked the narcissistic whore Heidi picked the argument with me for an excuse to justify trying to get me kicked out and banning me. And she kind of did me something like what that tranny did at the cottage cafe. Only it wasn't about tipping or anything. But she falsely accused me of repeatedly harassing employees when as I said, I was just trying to get syrup. It didn't even have to be that way, but she made it worse than what it was because she was mad because she saw me being obvious homeless because, as I said, you carry more than one bag. Like I'm forced to carry this sleeping bag along with my backpack, So, and Dawn, she lied and said that I sleep behind the bar. I'm not sleeping behind the bar. This is freaking a vacant building right here. The bar is way over there. That way. So, it's more like around the corner. So, it's like, as I said, the popular fakes who sold out, I'm exposing the truth about them and nobody wants to listen to me. But y'all will rather cling to who's popular and be addicted to whoever's popular and lap it up word for word without doing the research for yourselves. But my twin sister would rather lap it up. My twin sister Brandy, would rather lap it up and get all the targeted individual credit, like hijack all the targeted individual credit for herself. Because you know how everybody would want to be considered a chosen one or want to go to heaven. But I never once called myself really chosen, a chosen one. People were telling me, you're chosen. Even Trisha was calling me chosen and a pure soul. And as I said, with that covert narcissist and that fake narrative change of covert narcissists. As I said, they glitter your head. I mean, they juice and glitter your head and try to butter you up, love bomb you, tell you all these nice things about yourself, trying to make you feel good, try to, make things seem too good to be true, like as if they could be the best friend you ever had. And before you can even catch on what they're doing, they secretly they secretly pull away the rug of support, and they be subtle and covert with slowly, like a chameleon, just slowly and changing. And then next thing you know, they betray you and turn against you and stab you in the back. And then after that, that's when they turn into an overt narcissist, and they're cruel and mean for the rest of, and hate you for as long as they live, and they never forgive you. So my twin sister tried to falsely make it like as if, I was still bitter and grudging and being ungrateful and unforgiving, just because I questioned her sincerity. I said I wasn't even sure. And then I talked about how to foster family, how basically they pitted us against each other. And that's part of the doggone mind control programming. And, just like the homeless system like to separate families, the foster care system, foster adoption system, they like to separate families. And that's why I'm trying to let y'all know, it's like they have us having been at war with each other and betraying, turning against, backstabbing your own relatives in favor of worshiping the doggone beast, the satanic New World Order beast system that you're fake loyal to. There's a such thing, and it doesn't matter, just because you're loyal doesn't mean you're a good person. There's a such thing as being loyal to wickedness. Being loyal to evil. That does not make you a righteous person. So it's like a true targeted individual is not going to be out here saying you need medication, you're crazy. That's what perps do. That's what perps do. Perps say you're schizophrenic, you're not mentally stable, you're crazy, and all that. So it's like Trisha is like playing both sides. Playing both sides. And she's just 30 and I'm whole fucking 39. And she acting like she thinks she got high authority over me. Like, get the fuck out of my life, bitch. Get out of my life. So as I said, she threatened to abort that baby. She was going to blood sacrifice that baby. If you were a true Christian, you wouldn't even consider or think about abortion. And you fornicating your damn self. I mean, how the hell, if you've been a Christian for so long, how the hell did you fornicate and get pregnant and have a baby? I mean, you're about to have a baby out of wedlock. But you make it like you're more saintly and more saved than me. I'm not even trying to be about any competition. How are you so holy if you laugh and everything is funny? You're a bully. You like to bully and abuse people. You play all kinds of childish games. But I got so many people, so many enemies, and so many people that freaking hate me right now. I can't even get to do live streams on my YouTube videos. they get interrupted each and every time. I could never have a successful live stream without any perps. And Trisha lied and said that she was the only perp. I'm sorry, she lied and said she was the only real targeted individual in my live stream. No, I was the only real targeted individual in my live stream, and you were a perp right along with the rest. And then you always want to narcissistically moderate, always want to volunteer to moderate, wanting to moderate other people for narcissistic control. And you can't fucking drive. And then the first thing that they want to do is threaten you, threaten you with cease and desist letters, threaten to sue you for slander and libel and defamation for exposing. That's what narcissistic perps and fake TI perps, that's what they want to do, to try to threaten you and try to make you scared and try to silence them, because they want to keep up a fake good girl, good boy image. They can't have their dirty deeds exposed, but they can smear the fuck out of me 24/7, and I don't get a damn break. Candy Grandpre does not get a break. As I said, you're not going to be a real targeted individual and call me mentally unstable, crazy, telling me you need to go to Lakeview, the mental health place here. Or if I was in Denton, Texas, it would be MHMR. On the West Bank is Jefferson Parish Human Services Authority. I don't know if it's still called that. It was called that years ago. But in New Orleans, I'm not sure exactly what the main mental health, is called, the main mental health clinic. But of course, I'm pretty sure they got some private psychiatrists around here too. But if you were a real and true Christian, you would avoid psychiatry like the plague. Psychiatry is another form of mind control and slavery. And why speak out against MK Ultra and mind control, but you telling somebody you need to see a psychiatrist? Don't you know that psychiatry started off as part of, if you do your deep research, psychiatry started off as enslavement of blacks trying to break free from slavery. They called it drapetomania, with the so-called mental illness of, a black person who was a runaway slave. They try to force you back into the slavery or whatever. So they have some Christian blog articles that say that psychiatry would even call Jesus Christ a paranoid schizophrenic and crazy, and in the Bible, the Pharisees actually said that Jesus was, in the King James translation, it said mad and half a devil, in which they falsely accused him of being crazy and demon possessed. They falsely accused him of being crazy and demon possessed, So, Kimberly Harper and the online perps and all them, they're trying to lie and say that I have been initiated and that I'm just playing like I'm targeted and that no, you wouldn't see all this shit that I'm going through. As I said, they are trying to get me to sell out, and I haven't sold out, and they are trying to sex traffic me. And I actually feel bad if Uniquely Made Warrior and 144 Cali K, if that's the deal that they took, and Trisha and all them, if they're being sex trafficked. Maybe Trisha is probably pregnant by a damn pimp. And probably ain't going, maybe she being freaking sex trafficked. I'm not saying she is. I'm saying maybe or allegedly. Yeah, I'm not falsely accusing. I'm just saying maybe. Because it's like a lot of these narcissistic sluts and thoughts, sometimes they want to put on a fake Christian front just to look good. And the guys being man whores too. You can't even go to the freaking church because church these days, Masonic sellout, you know, and then they pretend like they want to help the homeless and the poor. And the first priority that they fake asses want to do is get them some mental health services. But then they put you on these fake mental health programs where they block and won't allow you to work or get a job. And then, I mean, it's like they find slick and covert ways to block you from working or getting a job. As I say, you go to a homeless shelter. And if you go to a homeless shelter, you know, and you go to a homeless shelter and you may not even have a dog, but they separate the families. Or if you're single and by yourself, if you got a job, you pay to stay there for a whole month. You can pay like $600. Nowadays, it's fucking $600 to stay at a shelter. $600, and you don't even, and it's like you paying to live in prison. $600 a month to live in prison. You got all these cult-like and prison-like rules, like, wow, you can't even doggone breathe, and you're breaking the fucking rule. You know, how the hell you pay to live in a shelter where you see this line on the concrete over there? If you cross over that line, oh, you break the rule and you banned from the shelter for 6 months, and they keep your doggone money. I mean, even if you unintentionally or accidentally, you know, step on or over that line, oh, you banned. And then they have a whole bunch of people that they spy and snitch in the homeless shelters, and they have homeless shelter residents who make up lies to try to get rid of you. They got elitist mentalities. They freaking bully. They human traffic and sex traffic and labor traffic, do all kinds of different human trafficking in homeless shelters. It's not even safe to stay in homeless shelters. So, you know, well, since it's now, it's 1:13 a.m. in the morning. It's Wednesday morning. So yesterday, Tuesday, on my blog, I did not that long of a blog post of, you know, sharing other people's, you know, content, like links to other people's content about homeless and poor. And of course, being a targeted individual, that ties into that too. Being oppressed, like oppression, you know. So I'm disappointed and mad that my twin sister, I don't know if she basically was trying to be trouble, and she usually do be trying to be trouble, or if she took my video, the intent of my video, if she took it the wrong way. If she intentionally took my video the wrong way, and, you know, I mean, it was the foster mom, the chief head, but then the rest of my twin sister and the rest of the biological family members, they finished it off with ruining and destroying and fucking up my life. And as I say, I promise you, my twin sister is fucking sold out in a damn perp. The so-called targeted individuals who are formerly saying your twin sister is your handler, oh, now they're riding with her now and hate everything about me. Like, y'all changed everything about y'allself. Y'all not even yourselves. And once you become a perp and sell out, you're not even yourself anymore. And my twin sister always try to copy off of other people with this and that. And then she reverses it on you and lie and say you're copying off of her. It's like my twin sister has never been authentic, ever, with really anything. Always been a freaking show off for everything. Always been a freaking show off. Trying to impress. But then again, it goes back to the foster mom manipulating us into feeling like we gotta please her. The foster mom, Adrian Felder, making us like we got to please her because we're so terrified of being abused or tortured or punished again. And what the foster mom did to us was labor trafficking. Forced labor trafficking, us foster kids. And then some people say that she was grooming me for sex trafficking because she would always make references and tell me you're going to grow up to be a homeless prostitute. I already talked about that. You know, tell me you're going to grow up to be a homeless prostitute and on drugs and this, that, whatever. Every time I tried to work, the foster mom will always sabotage my damn jobs, whatever job, all in favor so she can be, stealing those Social Security checks that I never asked for in the first place. She tried to put put everything in place before we turned 18. And even her and the social worker, me and my twin sister, when we were getting along, we used to talk about this shit. We used to talk about the foster mom and the social workers and all them. Miss Karen Pierce, the narcissistic perp social worker. Miss Karen Pierce was a narcissistic gang stalking fake social worker from New Orleans, Office of Community Service. That's the New Orleans version. OCS was the New Orleans version of CPS and DFCS or DFACS or whatever. What they call in Atlanta, they call them DFACS or DFCS or GCFS or New Orleans was called OCS. That's the Child Protective Services in New Orleans. So the idea of I'm just trying to sit there and get my twin sisters to freaking wake up. Because, as I said, you gotta be a perp to be that freaking, she has like an unnatural kind of cold-heartedness towards her own twin. But then reverse it and manipulate and brainwash and convince everybody else to believe that I'm the one so pure, evil, and demonic and hateful. So it's like the fake TI perps and regular perps, they lying there. Everybody's saying that falsely saying that I'm just so demonic. That's when people love to call me demonic and possessed and crazy and out of my mind and stuff. And then try to make it like me trying to get closer to God, trying to read the Bible, trying to pray. And despite all these doggone distractions, like earlier I was trying to listen to the Bible, and they had one of the O'Reilly's gang stalkers, the fake wannabe thug with the white Cadillac, the pearly off-white Cadillac. He passed by blasting music super loud. He passed by blasting music so loud. See, look at this. Stuff like this will keep you awake or startle you out of your sleep. Go to bed. But, some people think that they got this mindset that they think that they're better than you because they have a job. And so, like, as I said, the online perps, they want to, and my twin sister and all of them, they want to make this false smear campaign. Oh, y'all being ridiculous. They want to make the false smear campaign that I'm just ungrateful, like an ungrateful scammer, and unappreciative and just all about money. Well, if I was that fucking out of my head and crazy, then what make y'all think somebody can be, out of their head and crazy and can't take care of themselves, but then you think somebody can be that slick of a scammer? It's like, why? What make you think that someone will willfully abandon a Section 8 home just to be homeless on the streets, just so I can strive for a luxury, lavish lifestyle? For all that, I could have kept my dog on Section 8. But I already told y'all, they hit me with energy weapons so bad that I couldn't even be up in there. I had to ended up in the emergency room so many times what's that hospital on Jefferson Highway in Jefferson, Louisiana? Ochsner Hospital. These bastards were gonna sit there and leave me to fucking die. They were going to leave me to die and did not care about my blood. I mean, them hitting me with my heart with energy weapons so bad that my heart rate would be like 181 over 215 or something like that, or 181 over 70, and then 5 minutes later 181 over 76, and I'm crying out for help and nobody wanting to help me, and they're all being rude and mean. And so it's like, oh shit, they about to kill me. This was in 2017. I had to deal with neighbors threatening me every day, blasting loud music every day. I got no peace. They were in Jefferson, Louisiana, and also in Los Angeles. I talked about neighbors vandalizing my place. You know, I didn't feel safe. And that's what they call community mobbing, that they mob you out of there. Just like with workplace mobbing, they mob and bully you off the job. Community mobbing, neighborhood mobbing, they mob and bully you out of your own house and make you feel unsafe. It was insane to have to keep calling the police 5 times a fucking night, 5 times a day. And the police didn't want to do nothing. But they're quick to threaten you when you be like, well, hey, how come you don't want to do nothing about it? And then they'll be like, oh, they'll try to bully and threaten you and tell you they're going to put you in jail. Yeah, I pretty much was forced out of my home and ended up